Yes. Just looking at this 112-page document about the rules of being an attorney in California. Yes. There seemed to be some sort of rule that if you have more than $1,000 of a client's money, you have to have a signature. Yes. If the flat fee exceeds $1,000, the client's agreement to deposit the flat fee in the lawyer's operating account, required by paragraph B1, are set forth in writing, signed by the client. Now, you would think that if it requires a signature of the client that deposits more than $100 or $1,000, yes, that you'd have to have a signature of a petitioner. $1,000 requires writing signed by the client. Yes. The lawyer or law firm discloses to the client in writing that the client has a right under paragraph something to require that the flat fee to be deposited. hmm hmm my rights are being violated. I've been arrested numerous times, and you thought that I didn't understand the law. Pooh. Now, there was this website that 48 different states, yes, have participated in these client accounts. Yes. And then there was a listserv of every email address of all attorneys, judges, justices, and I wanted to get every listserv. Pooch. Yeah, he does. Now, the Professional Code, Section 6068, yes. In addition, a governmental organization may establish internal organizational rules and procedures. Yes. hmm Identify an official agency, organization, or other person to serve as designated recipient of the whistleblower reports. Yes. mm mm. From the organization's lawyers, consistent with Business and Professional Code Section 6068. Yes. I had provided a copy of Section 6068 in approximately probably 25 to 30,000 emails. Where are all these whistleblowers and all the bar associations and all the law firms and all the officials, the agencies, the organizations, and any other association that has a legal obligation? I'm sorry. Now, I know whistleblower reports. Yes. Governmental organizations. Uh-huh. It's beyond the scope of this rule to define precisely the identity of clients and the lawyer's obligations when representing a governmental agency. Oh, but each and all governmental agencies should have somebody as the designated whistleblower? Yes. Why don't you give me all the governmental agencies of each and every state of the United States? Yes. The actual attorneys that are employed there that belong to the county bar associations or state of bar associations. Yes. And then the actual whistleblowers. Guess who's getting sued today? What's known as governmental organizations, governmental agencies that could be out of the scope of this rule. Yes. Yes. The professional code in section 6068. Yes. Now, as a whistleblower that's been blowing the whistle for the last 2.5 years, yes, I'm absolutely sure that a blind person would notice that the petitioner wasn't there and didn't petition the court. What makes you think that I'm not going to sue you? What don't you understand? Um, all of the government agencies in every state that, well, there's a huge fraud, okay, for issuing court orders where you did not enforce my right to due process. And your fucked up way of saying, well, he's mentally ill doesn't fly. You are obligated to give notice and the opportunity to be heard to every blind person, deaf person, and all of those that are mentally disabled. I don't motion a court that violates the rights of the disabled. Okay, Calgill? What's the remedy? Remove your fucking orders. Now, there is what's known as obligation to honor lien under a statute or other law. In certain circumstances, a lawyer may be civilly liable when the lawyer has notice of a lien and disperses funds in contravention of the lien. See the Kaiser Foundation? Yes. Health Plans Incorporated versus Aguilius? Yes. Could you get me all the healthcare, the HMOs, the health management organizations? Yes. I think California has a lot of those, and I'm looking for some very special individuals that are actual attorneys for any and all health organizations, these managed care organizations that a lot of Americans have their insurance in a Kaiser plan. In fact, give me every attorney in Kaiser right now. Now, I don't have insurance because you say I owe back child support. You issued a dissolution of marriage that a mentally disabled person would have said, well, why didn't I get notice of court hearings? A mentally disabled person. You said I was crazy for not understanding exactly the fraud that we're talking about. Now, a blind person can't read without somebody else interpreting what is being read. Yes. Or having it brailled. Now, I'm going to want to know every insurer in the state of California right now. Kaiser.